Leave. I don't want to talk to you. People can overhear, bro. Just
You
drive.
mean?
People can, bro. Anyone could be on the outside and listening. Just drive.
Can we go in the middle of this area?
Sure.
Ugh.
So like the PC was they're looking for firearm components because it
Location.
stemmed from an ammo
Yes.
crate robbery.
Did they have any evidence that Arnie had
So
been in the
that's
crate?
that's what I was bringing up. I said, where did you see Arnie? They gave like a location. I said that's 2.5 blocks from the ammo crate. I'm like, how can we articulate beyond a reasonable doubt that Arnie had
Yeah, if they saw him
parts?
interacting with the crate, then yeah,
They
that's
didn't.
fair game.
They didn't. So
Okay.
I like argue that that part got thrown out by the justice. Then the justice basically told them, if you word it like this, I'll sign it. And he gave them PC because Denzel said he saw Arnie robbing somebody.
What does that have to do with anything?
So he saw Arnie robbing somebody. So they believed that Arnie robbed a gun off that guy because they were GSR positive with no gun when they were arrested. So they believed Arnie robbed a gun off that guy and stashed it in the house. And I said, and then I said, okay, I was like, okay, that is entirely light. That's a possibility that happened. But
Did anyone ever see that guy with a gun on him though?
Listen, let me stop fucking giving spoilers, you prick. And then I was like,
okay.
I was like, okay.
It's not spoilers if you just
Shut
know
up.
what happened.
Shut up.
Get the truth.
I was like, okay, you know, Arnie robbed. So it was one. Denzel's testimony was Denzel saw Arnie robbing somebody. So then I was like, okay, well, Arnie could have robbed a gun off him and stashed it, but also Arnie could not have done that. And he could not have robbed a gun off him. And it's literally a 50-50 coin flip. I'm like, it's just as entirely likely
I'm so sorry.
that Arnie didn't do any of this, right? And I'm like, we're pushing a raid on a house. I'm like, I feel like our PC has to be more concrete than this. This is like a coin flip raid.
Yeah, I was under the impression yesterday that the way that they described it is like they saw people in the crate and then those people ran into a house. That's why they went in after them.
Yeah, not what happened. Not what happened.
Yeah, clearly.
And so the raid ended up getting signed, but also the fucking tidbit of it is during the hot pursuit, Jeb started looking through gun racks and saw what was inside the gun racks. And I don't know if he said anything about what was inside the gun racks, but the criminals saw him do it. Cade saw him do it. So in the house, sorry, when they did hot pursuit, they chased Arnie in. There was two girls in there that were just in the house, unrelated to whatever the fuck was happening. They were just in the house.
Okay. And they must have been not happy.
They were not happy because
why is Arnie running into a fucking house when he's being chased?
The thing is Air 1 was above him and he didn't know Air 1 was above him. So yeah, like classic. It was one of those. But Denzel ran in after Arnie. Denzel fell through the floor, ended up in the basement where Emika was standing. Emika shot Denzel because she's like
shoddy floorboards in that house.
I don't know. Emika shot Denzel because she she came to her realization that Denzel's standing in front of her in the basement of their house.
Wait, one of the girls that was in the house just pulled a gun out and shot him.
Well, these are criminals, and Denzel was in what now is their. If I
was a criminal, I would too.
Yeah, what is now has now been discovered as their stash house. Like it was their stash house. So jerk reaction. The other criminal,
I mean, you're inviting PC at that point when you shoot him.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there wasn't enough time to fucking come to a to really really assess what was going on.
But I'm just saying, if a cop alphas from inside of your house, you're literally fucked.
Yeah, but whatever. The other person was who was apparently decorating, put down the catalog, had her gun out because she heard shots. Jeb walked in and started shooting her. So she shot back. She got shot down.
Unprompted?
I don't know. She said that nobody announced themselves as police. People just came in the fucking house. She heard shots. She got shot at. She returned fire and got shot down. They both got arrested, whatever. Raid goes through. There's a fucking a militia amount of guns, class 2s, shotguns, pistols, grenades, PD equipment. That's all seized.
Holy fuck.
And I'm just wondering, I was like, this is I didn't trust the PC in the beginning with. If this was BCSO pushing this, I would have not signed off on it, to be honest. But it was
all LSPD.
It was all LSPD, and even though I was talking against it, even though I was talking against it, I'm like, I can't say too much because they're just gonna say I'm trying to undermine them or some shit. So then this is where my little fingerness comes in. I
You were
talked.
stirring.
I talked to the justice today
Why?
because I feel like he should know. He's conflicted now. He can't do anything with the court case. I asked him if he's conflicted, and I said, "Hey, if somebody looks through a stash before a warrant signed, what does that mean?"
Oh no, there's bigger things, big
What?
things. What did Peters tell you?
Oh, so as I'm talking to the justice in MRPD, I'm shouting and I go, "Did you hear what Jeb did?" So Peters
You
heard that.
yelling on purpose?
No, that time I wasn't yelling on
Oh,
purpose.
you
I
dumb
started
fuck.
whispering the rest of it, and then Peters calls me and he goes, "You have an issue with Jeb?" I'm like, "No, why?" He goes, "Why are you talking to justice about Jeb?" I'm like, "Oh, some stuff happened with the reg yesterday that he signed off on. I wanted clarity on it." He goes, "Yeah, but why are you not like doing it internal first? Why are you jumping to a justice?" I said, "Well, no." I said Denzel knows about it. Frost knows about it. Like I told LSPD command about it. I'm like, I made everyone aware that it happened. Everyone's aware. He's like, okay. I just see like it just seems like you're trying to cause problems. I'm like,
telling a just. Well, I mean, on the one hand, yeah, you were, but on the
yes.
other hand, how is
But I
talking
told
to the
him,
justice about what happened causing a problem?
I told him, no, I'm not trying to cause problems here. I said I personally just didn't have understanding of what it meant, what this would mean. So I asked the justice. I said, at first I asked the justice if he's conflicted because he wrote the warrant. I said, I made sure he does not going to have a play in anything having to do with this, what's going to come of this. And then I just asked him his opinion as a justice of what it would mean. I said, I went to somebody who's qualified. He said, why didn't you ask me or ask Moss or anyone? I said, there's a justice in front of me. Like, I don't know. I went to somebody who's the most qualified. And he's like, you can see how this can cause problems, right? And then he got on the whole argument between plain sight search and an actual search.
Okay.
And he said, Jeb only looked through a gun rack. I'm like, is that plain view? It's a gun rack. Like, you had to like open the,
Was it like a gun rack that had guns on it?
It had guns on it, but there's like drawers and shit.
Yeah, they could be argued as props.
It's like, no, but listen, it's like looking.
No.
I would argue.
Like,
Skip.
No, listen. No.
Yeah.
I'd say the same thing. I'd say it's comparative to a bench, right? You can look in a bench, right? A bench is like open, right? It's a fucking table. But when we're rating, before we rate something, Nakoda, are you looking in the bench to see what's in it?
No, but if the bench had like guns on top of it, would I be able to see those?
There's like components and shit. But I think regardless, because there's no precedent that's been set on that.
It's like
Well, it sounds like
I don't know
there's
if
about to be.
I don't know if
Yeah.
you've ever like rated someone's where they have like a big crate of moonshine. That's illegal, but we can't go in to look.
Leah Court had a
for the
gun rack
moonshine.
on her apartment when we raided her.
Right, but did you? Well, I mean, you already had the warrant for
Well,
it.
no,
so
yeah,
you
no.
were-
I already had everything signed and everything.
I think at minimum you can take into account the gun rack and it being there and use that towards building the PC for the raid. But as for going through the gun rack, I don't know if that's what we can do. You know what I mean? Sure, you can take into account and use it for the PC for the raid, but during a hot pursuit to just start rummaging through it.
I mean, just nosediving into stuff is weird. If he was looking at a gun rack,
No, he was like opening the drawers and like seeing what's in the drawers and everything.
okay. Well, I mean, were you there for that part or no?
Cade was. And Cade told me about it after, and Cade said he yelled.
I feel like that might be something we're getting we would need clarity on. Like, if there's a
Well,
how do I
the
say
clarity
this?
is
If there's a gun rack on the wall and there's guns on it, is that plain sight? Even if there's stuff in the drawers.
so Ventura got told now that it is plain sight. So
Okay.
after the
Well,
fact,
Peter said
plain
it is
sight.
plain sight. I just told you, so I said okay, all right.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know.
That
I don't know if Peters can set that precedent. Isn't a judge that's set that?
That might be that might be coming from higher up in the
Maybe.
DOJ.
But yeah, obviously
Would be my
Yeah, but wouldn't.
But that's why like he told me that. I'm saying okay, but like I'm just questioning it to Aspen, right? I'm not like
I'll be honest, I don't think he would say that with such
probably not
clarity or such emphasis if he wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah.
Like that specifically, I mean.
I'm
Yeah.
also super confused because now it's just like from listening to everything, it's more we got clarity after the fact when an oopsie was made.
The fact is, the warrant was fucking
Why
written.
can't we just get clarity for qualified immunity from a judge if that's the case? Like why?
Yeah,
It's very
Cornwood's got to go.
picky-choosy right
Cornwood's got to
now.
go to fucking trial on second-degree murder. But
Like,
like,
why can't it just go to court if they want to press charges, so that then the precedent is
I mean, it
set
probably will
and it's
because
put into
they know
place?
it
Well,
happened.
the precedent is going to be set through this if this is that widely known.
The thing is, they know what happened. They told me first, so they told me first about it. The
Who
girls,
did?
the girls,
Okay.
because we had them in processing, and they said like, Jeb was going through shit. We heard him fucking, like we saw him, like we heard him going through shit, whatever. And I took that with a grain of salt in the moment because obviously, these are, I'm hearing it from the people we're arresting. I asked Denzel about it, and Denzel was like, no, he just did plain search. He didn't look through anything. He just looked at the gun rack. So I was like, okay, I dropped it. But then the justice asked Denzel when he was reviewing the warrant. He said, he's like, you said officers searched the house. Do you mean they searched it or they just cleared it? And Denzel said they just cleared it. So I'm like, did Denzel not, like, should he have mentioned Jeb looked into a fucking gun rack? Or
So was the rack the only thing Jeb looked at?
I don't know exactly. Cade would
Okay.
know for sure, but I don't know exactly.
Because the rack, I feel like that
So
will get clarified. But if he was like going through other shit, that is actually a problem.
So I don't know exactly what, I don't know if there's different types of gun racks or anything, but in Miller's statement, Miller was Air 1 co-pilot. Miller said that over radio, it was said that ARs were found. So I don't know if that's like, if Jeb said that because there's an AR on the rack, or if there was an AR inside the rack. I don't know. Like I have no idea for any of that.
No, there's ARs, there's AKs,
Okay.
AK-47s on the racks, and armor and pistols.
Oh, okay.
Also, Air One's statement says nothing about Arnie robbing anyone. Like you said, Air One never saw that person Arnie robbed with a gun or shooting. They were just down on the ground from the beginning. There's like nothing backing the fact that that guy had a gun to get stolen off of him, other than his GSR. But you can't prove that he was GSR from that scene if you didn't see him shooting.
If the PC for everything is guy who was robbed was GSR positive and had no gun, i.e., we think Arnie robbed him.
Yes,
that is going to get blown up.
And I went through and I checked every gun that was taken from the raid, and I ran into evidence, and none of them came back to the shootout. That means no gun in that house had casings to the shootout, so no gun was robbed and stashed.
What about the guns they had on them?
Arnie's did, the girls didn't, because the girls weren't at the shooting. Arnie's did, but we arrested him like 10 minutes after, and he had the same gun.
After he ran out of the house?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's I'm less worried about the gun rack stuff than I am about how you get a search warrant basically signed, or a hot pursuit signed off on a GSR positive with no gun.
I think honestly, I think there was fucking bad PC, and I think he get thrown out.
I think Den has a vendetta over the time that a lot with Hydra.
I'm gonna be honest, they were
he
fucking
wanted to
pushing.
go
They were
for it.
pushing for that raid. They were trying every fucking angle.
I was talking to them before I went to sleep, and I literally was like, I told you what I thought it was after talking to people. Like, I thought it was very clear cut. Like, person was fiddling with the crate, went into the house, we saw it. Like, like, remember what's it called? The bank robbery where they saw them go immediately inside. That's what I thought.
I was just thinking about, but like that's like clear cut. They watched them from the bank drive to the thing, and they watched them move shit. You know?
That's what I thought would happen. That's why I was like, why the fuck is he running into a house?
If you see somebody in a firefight, if everyone's watching me and you have a firefight, and I gun you down and I rob you and I go into a house and come out, and then they check you and you don't have a gun, that's clear cut because everyone you saw it all happen. You have all the fucking the proof there.
Did the statement state that they never lost track of Arnie for 1 minute?
I don't know. I didn't read them all fully. I just skimmed through Miller's statement, which I think everyone was first on scene, said nothing about Arnie robbing anyone, just that they attached onto Arnie.
Well, you said none of us are involved in this?
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun court case to see all these people get up on the stand.
It's like I don't know. It's like
I think we just don't. Personally, I would not stir. I would not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do any more stirring.
Yeah,
I'm done stirring.
it's
remove
it's already
yourself,
thrown
please.
away.
Yeah,
it's already thrown
I'm not doing
away. The
anything
fact
else.
that it, plain
But
sight
you already
is
did
now
today.
a case law.
Well, now I'm not doing anything else.
Okay, but you did.
Well, now I'm not doing anything else.
Okay, well, don't give them ammo, okay, please.
Okay. But
we agreed on
also,
that. We agreed on not giving ammo.
Okay.
It's been fucking 4
I
days
didn't.
since
I
we've
didn't plan.
reconciled.
I didn't plan on giving them ammo. In all fairness,
Also, you're out of uniform.
I didn't realize I was. Yes, I know. I've been in a fucking. I didn't actually mean to leave PD, but then Aspen woke
Are you
up.
pulling a Cade right now? Are you making excuses for why
No.
you're out of
Yeah,
uniform?
I
Why
know
you're
my
starting all
duties.
that stuff? You sound like you're kind of being a Cade or a Quangle
Don't
right now.
don't compare me to a Quangler.
Guys,
okay?
it's my shift now.
But also, I realized, Nakota,
Uh-huh.
they can't punish me.
Punish you for what?
I don't know. Whatever
Okay,
they. Whatever.
don't be
It's-
using,
I just find
oh my
it
God,
funny.
they can't punish me. I'm
I
safe.
just-
no,
well, the
because if
thing
they
is-
recommend something, you're fucked.
Yeah, but the thing is, what are they going to recommend? Because technically, I haven't done
Yeah,
anything.
but we don't want them to
wrong.
rip up the SOP again or rewrite it,
Yeah, but
please.
what? Yeah, but the thing
Because
is,
if you're the catalyst of that and it gets changed again, I'm gonna be pissed at you.
but the thing is, what are they? What?
I'm gonna go
what
Lenny
did
Hawk
I
on
do?
your ass. I swear to God.
What did I do that's punishable?
I didn't say that you can be punished
know,
for
that's my
anything,
point.
but you're still being a shitter.
That's my point.
I'm gonna grab my pump shotgun.
Don't worry,
with my
Nakota, I'm not
fucking
I'm not
pumps,
gonna
and
do
I'm
any
gonna
more
poke
stirring.
You in the face.
You know what this is though? This is like the drunk driver with a passenger, right? Whenever someone drives drunk, they crash and the passenger dies, and the person who's driving drunk lives.
Whoa.
Don't be like
I
that.
live.
Be like that.
My thing is when PC was kind of like, from what I heard. Also the justice, not I thought he was just
The justice
judge,
held
but
their
the
hand through it.
justice helping them
He literally said.
is not good.
He literally said, "Word
Like,
it
at
like."
all.
He
What do
said.
you mean he helped him?
He said, "Word it like this, and I'll sign it." And he gave them the Arnie robbing the gun PC. He said, "I'm not signing the ammo crate."
Was it hard?
No, Hallow.
Oh no.
Okay.
Wait, Jerry?
That's above our pay grade. We're not worried.
Larry.
I'm not worried
I
about
know,
that
Larry.
part.
That's what I'm saying. That like whatever.
Well, good luck to
I just-
LSPD in court.
Don't worry.
Sure
I will not be doing any. I'm not going to speak on this anymore to anyone.
Thank you.
It's fine.
I personally don't like. I don't like how Lane's site was used, but then we're allowed to do it after the fact. When if we were allowed to do it the whole time, wouldn't they just make the case law for it that we had 6 years ago? Why wouldn't you just?
I said Jeb might get his own case law out of this.
God.
The
It
Jeb.
was already one.
the Jeb
How do I not
Chronicles.
have? How do I not have a case law yet?
The Jeb
Fucking
Chronicles.
Jed's gonna have one.
You haven't
Suarez
done
has
nothing
one and
big
Jeb
enough.
has one. What?
What did they call it?
You
Getting
haven't
Jeb.
done anything.
Well, you know what? The real thing is, and anytime I've ever done a raid, there's no hiccups like any of this bullshit. I just do everything
Yeah,
correctly.
you got to
so
be a
there's
little
no need for a
sloppy.
case
You
law.
got to be a little sloppy to get one.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe I won't have one then.
Fuck.
Um.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aspen.
I mean, this is
Okay.
that's pretty much all of it. Nino, I don't know what Nino's on today.